Second semifinal of the Schuck Cup number 10 to end this year and the decade is HawK versus FoCuS. Russia versus Korea. Human versus ORC. Both are either 30 or scratching at the 30s. We start on Northern Isles. And yeah, I think we all love this matchup by now. It's so versatile. It's so different. There's so much energy and changes in this matchup. HawK with a WGL quarterfinal run that was not really to be expected. Well, his group stage was good. FoCuS once again not making it. It was Romantic, his old WGL nemesis, and 1-0. This time he couldn't kick him out of the group stage. And FoCuS decides to go for the Woofies once again with the Fastia. A little harass. So far, HawK defends it nicely. 4 footmen, 2 water elementals. Alright, Wolves can't really go into the base. This one will be dealt with quickly. Takes a little lumber off of his build. Rushing level tier 2 without a tower. Level 2 Archmage. Fastia still 0 experience. Couldn't steal anything. Couldn't prevent creeping for much longer. And that's the aura. That's way more water elementals. So FoCuS. Is he going for the Lin build? It seems like it. With the early War Mill. Of course, everyone is looking to the greatest orc of all time. Especially after WGL. So, will the human go back to Rifleman? What will HawK play against this? At the moment, he's trying to go from green to green to green to green. But at least FoCuS is preventing this and level 3. But I guess so far, decent tech for HawK is... he is a little behind. But FoCuS tech, of course, super fast. It's a lot about the second hero levels. Of course, you know this matchup a little more by now. Question really is, like, rifles or not, and it doesn't seem to be the case. Tech at 50%. No blacksmith yet. I mean, the only reason for the War Mill is the early Kodos, right? And if HawK is not going for Rifleman, I wonder how he wants to deal with the 1000 HP unit that is the Kodo Beast. Water Elemental level 1, they don't cut it. He has good vision of what FoCuS is doing. Level 1 Farseer is, of course, bad. But he's not the carry. He saves a lot of resources for his TC, which is coming, and an early Beastery, and the Shaman. On the other side, still no Blacksmith. So HawK, does he have his own answer against the Kodo? Or is his build just a little outdated and he's not expecting this? Shop might be a little late, footmen are hurt. Good opportunity for FoCuS to get some kills. 1,400 viewers. That's pretty nice, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Mountain King coming, TC coming, but HawK has to buy some time. Even if it's only level 1 wolves. And there's a tower. This does require some time. But once the Mountain King is out and we have Stormbolt, this Farseer should be easily dealt with. But still, it's a TC. And for once, I'm okay with Aura first. Because there's nothing happening with the TC in a fight right now. He won't be pushed by this Archmage, who has a poor inventory and still poor levels. Level 2 was good. But apart from that, nothing really he could do.
A player's forces are under attack.
TC progress is good as well. And yeah, is it the Kodos? It is the Kodos. And I really don't see a response by HawK. It's just mass casters. With that, he has to go for earlier slow. Ooh, that's a good timing for HawK. Going aggressively in the middle of the map with confidence. FoCuS knows this and is still not punishing this. He gets stomped, okay. But HawK gets one of the biggest camps of the entire map for pretty much free. And will receive a creep check. A little too late. Explosive attack +9. What is the item here? Ah, heal wards. Nothing great for this creep check. So FoCuS gets the entirety of the camp. Double Kodo out. And double purge, double Kodo. That's a good snack. HawK needs slow. And experience. He still has a lot close to his base. The Tuskars, the natural. FoCuS didn't steal any of it. But FoCuS is expanding. So this puts some pressure onto the Russian as well. That he has to push at some point. Still no level 3. FoCuS comes in. Very aggressive now. With the Kodo Beast. Stormbolt on the TC. Mountain King needs this last good stomp though. Everything, all the damage goes into the Mountain King. There's no way out for him. Oh boy, this is not looking good. This is... Oh, the TC though is surrounded. Stomp, both will foremost like level 3. Can he get out? Swaps the TP. Great play by FoCuS. Stopping the Mountain King in his tracks. Gets the TP out. And saves his hero. It's only a level 1 second hero for HawK that died here. And he traded for a TP. Which on paper sounds very good. But that's all time for this expo. That's more time for the TC to level, while the counter carry, Mountain King, can't. So, yes, it is a level 3 Archmage. He got a great potion of mana.
A player's forces are under attack.
But I still think this went really well for FoCuS. And the save with the TP transfer was just godly. So, second unique camp on the map, the shop, goes to FoCuS, going for an invul as he knows how scary these bolt surrounds are. We unlock Chain Lightning, and the expo is at 60%. Control magic, okay. Wants to have his own woofies. And with that, it's pretty much only a Chain Lightning throwing Farseer. He's pushing again. Ooh, can he intercept this?
Is under
Militia
siege.
can distract. Oh, what a timing by HawK. Does he have enough?
A player's
Mana potions on the Mountain King. A second water elemental would have helped a ton. Casters are a little caught off guard. But the expo is done. HawK gets that damage. And the Shaman could be a TP out though. He got everything he really needed. Ooh, Lightning Shield dispelled. Otherwise these peasants would have all died. Stormbolt on the Farseer. There's no TP on him anymore. He just gave it to the TC and never bought it back. So with the mana potion, even if it's a Stormbolt level 1, he can still do some damage. Ouch! This combo was really good with a double lightning damage. But here's the Stormbolt. Farseer is about to die and no invul potion. Gets it out. 7 seconds save. And in the backline, the TC is still wreaking havoc. He has more Stomps. HawK, are you overcommitting to this? He wants the Kodo gone. Level 2 on the Mountain King. Finally clapped, but here comes Stomp once again. Kodo finally falls. That took forever. He consumed the big potion. He wants to stay in this fight, and for good reason, as he gets the Kodo Beast. Clap comes in. He does damage to the ground army as well. FoCuS seemingly falling apart. 38 supply and dropping 2 Shaman out. There's no Dispel anymore. There, HawK was on the verge of losing this game. No Stormbolt at the moment. And no second expansion for FoCuS. He just can't afford it with all the losses. 10 supply lead for the Russian. HawK used a lot of militia. And his priests were out of position, so I think they died. He sends 2 new ones in. FoCuS still fighting strong. No opportunity for a surround, really. Can't commit with the Mountain King. No mana on HawK anymore. He's just waiting for the level 4 Archmage, and there he gets it. MK versus TC. There was another stun, but I don't... Oh, there's Chain Lightning. HawK, don't underestimate the value. Even if it's only level 1. Speed Scroll. He wants this MK dead for the second time, but can't reach. Speed Scroll nor Endurance Aura is fast enough. And now it's a battle of the second heroes once again. The surround sticks. The Speed Scroll isn't enough. And the TC hits the deck with level 4. That's a huge loss right there. Thank you, Darkwing Duck, for the 32-month resub. Ooh, Purge gets in range. There is Chain Lightning. This Mountain King is dead as well. And all of a sudden, FoCuS is back in this game, kind of. Bare knuckle box fight between the two. FoCuS would love to have his hero back. Mountain King being revived first, though. We have Clap. Ooh, is it? No way! He surrounds him right after this, but Woofy's coming. He needs to control magic, I think. Is it a double dieback? What the hell is going on here? Oh no, they both die again, and the cost of the revive for level 4 is so much higher for FoCuS than it is for HawK with the level 2. Oh my. And now the Mountain King is back, and FoCuS taps out. HawK, not the greatest early game in my opinion, being stuck on level 2 for so long, but how clutch was this? What a nice presence of mind by HawK to go for the Mountain King tank as he needed it, and not really preventing the revive by FoCuS, who absolutely needed this TC to just get away for the aura, but then surrounding him right at the tavern. Stressful mid-game, but a very, very cool one. And HawK finding map number 1. Match points for the grand final for the Russian. I didn't think that HawK could get this expansion with his minimal forces he had. And the mana potion on the Mountain King, who was only level 2. I thought, okay, maybe going for more water elementals is the better thing to do. But no, HawK was right. I was wrong. That shirt, Neo. Yeah. Prince Daddy and the Hyena. Great band. What's the background? It's the promo art of the Schuck Cup. And yeah, maybe FoCuS was a little too sure that this expo comes through. And he was right. Like, HawK was right to stay in that fight when I thought, oh, get out. But a Rabbit HawK taking back number 1. So HawK is asking for a little break, like 1 minute, and then we go into the next one. So yesterday we answered the question what our favorite tournament was. For me, WCA 2015. What was your favorite tournament? Or is there any of the decade you want to discuss? I think at the moment, this is probably my favorite meta. Like, there's no really annoying matchup. Orc versus Night Elf is a little stale. Human versus Night Elf seems to be a little one-sided. WCG 11. That was Lin winning, huh? I don't remember that, really. What was so awesome about that? Creo winning WCG was not this decade, mate. My favorite series. That's a good question. That's a really good question. I'm kind of bad in remembering this stuff. But I feel... Oh, what's Fnatic now? It wasn't that. Foggy vs TH is high on the list. The WGL Grand Final. Infi versus Lin is high on the list. Lolite versus Infi is high on the list as well. FoCuS versus Happy at the Gold League Summer. That was pretty cool as well. Rise of the Westerners is the best story. I agree. Like, it didn't really matter at what year. Like, from 2013 on, we had Czechia in 13, HawK in 14, Warcraft Rich to a degree in 15, and of course in 15 was yours, and then Foggy, and then Happy. It's so cool that this entire development culminated in Happy's Gold League win in the summer, I feel. That was the crowning achievement of the West. Best tournament was WGL Summer. It is definitely up there, yes. Best series is Happy vs. Moon. I feel like to be the best series, it needs to be full distance, but I definitely see your point that this was amazing, amazing Warcraft. Moon vs. Lin at the Korean qualifier 2 days ago is your favorite series of the decade. Maybe you're forgetting about like other series a little. Best series was WCG Moon vs. TH in the group stage. Oh, that game was that series was very, very awesome indeed. So HawK in the bottom left once again with the 1-0 lead and an Archmage being threatened by a Farseer once again. But the Wolf once more can't prevent level 2. They get a kill this time, so it's not a 0 XP Farseer. This harass is already working better for FoCuS, but oh, not if he loses that grunt though! Not happening. No chain lightning, so no kill. If you want to call it a series, then maybe my favorite series is Lin versus China at WCA, China versus Korea. That was just insane.
A player's forces are under attack.
I can't remember anything in these years, but I keep it simple. All tournaments where the casters were Neo and Dreamo. Oh, that's lovely, mate. Thanks. HawK losing a couple of HP already, but on CH, that's totally fine.
Players' forces are under attack.
Oh, do you guys remember like one game that flies a little under the radar, maybe WEC Yumiko versus Fly, where the Spellbreakers stole the Stasis Trap? Oh, that was so good as well. 5 years ago already. Oh, Archmage... No, the Wolf woke up the creeps. The Archmage can't heal. First Heroes, again, trading HP, which is, I guess, okay for FoCuS, as he's at tier 2 already. TC, Warmill, no Beastry yet, though. Maybe he was a little short on lumber. What the fuck just happened? I was reading chat and all of a sudden this Archmage is dead. Ooh, Tavern Revive. HawK, that hurts. That hurts. Yeah, that's a pretty good game for FoCuS so far now. I mean, Archmage was hurt anyway, so he can save the shop.
Forces are under attack.
It kind of looks intentional, but this is so rough. Well, once again, plenty of time for the TC to level up. At least we have an Archmage on the field who will soon be joined by this Mountain King. Resources are of course low for HawK now, but imagine him winning this now. Ooh, close! But the wolves block the Lord. So, is it a late? No, okay, Kodo is coming now. Kodo is a little later, so he's definitely focusing on the Shaman, which I think you should do. Oh, Backseat Counselor with a nice game that I kind of forgot. GCS Summer, Fly vs WFZ, BM and SH beat the whole undead army. Yes! But that was so sick! That was so sick. That... yeah. That game describes WFZ so well. And Fly to a degree too.
A player's forces are under attack.
So, FoCuS getting ready for this expansion, which should work this time. As he's very close to 3, very tanky on the TC, has Chain Lightning a lot earlier. And yeah, HawK's army is still on the way, let's say. Two casters, okay, but no Sorks. Second Sanctum was quite late, 40 supply. And FoCuS is able to push during this expansion. It just feels so comfortable. FoCuS stole the Rock Golem. Damn, that's some pretty cool plays here today. What's the Wind of Mana stealing? Okay, against the TC with the Mountain King, I consider this a good item. But of course the mana potion on the map before was a lot bigger. And FoCuS just keeps on being annoying. Sets up fires here and there. Oh, Star Shape, so cute in chat. I think FoCuS has all the tools that he needs to defend this. If he's not too aggressive again, I think he can, should definitely win this. Has a heal scroll now. Oh, Purge. Takes over the wolf. Even the Wyvern is coming. We haven't seen that in game 1 at all. For the necessary damage, more Purge and the stun and the Chain Lightning and the Wyvern damage. That is not a good game for HawK at all. And there's more stun. Catches the Archmage. Has a potion. Okay, should focus on something else now. Purges against the Water Elemental. Kodos have both eaten a Spellbreaker. So much value. Hail Mary by HawK here for sure, but the TC is just walking out of that surround as its only footman. He has a heal scroll still. And even a level 3 faster now. Everything by HawK gets picked up. He's so desperate in trying to get a hero again, and it's seemingly working, but no, Town Portal swaps as well. It feels like nothing is dying for FoCuS. Like nothing of value, at least. The Kodos are pretty much untouched. HawK just doesn't have the damage, and once again we have to question, like maybe in this game we have to question a little less, but against this build, if you know that it's this build, Shouldn't you go rifles? Don't you have to go rifles? They're so good against Kodos. They're so good against Wyvern. GG. Yeah, there was no way of coming back into this anymore. And this game, pretty much from the get-go, went into FoCuS's direction. Like, losing the hero to the creeps. If it wasn't intentional or not, that's... But... yeah, that was... not a good move to be forced to rebuy your first hero at the tavern. Then everything was laid, and the army was pretty much non-existent, and FoCuS just had a very solid, good game with a fast level 3. So, second series, and we go into our second game 3 after Colorful has defeated Blade earlier today. One more map for the grand final. Blade is waiting in the game for third Colorful in the grand final. $700 on the line here. 1,700 viewers. Are you not like busy with New Year's preparation or something? Just another lazy Sunday for you guys? Next weekend, by the way, Rising Star Cup continues on Saturday. Right, the weekend is pretty cool, actually. On Friday, we have the Gold League Finals. On Saturday, we have the Rising Star Cup number 5, where we go into a new chapter of the Rising Star Cup as AMD continues its sponsorship throughout the entire first quarter of 2020, which will be until the end of May. We're gonna introduce a little point system and finals. Yeah, so it's gonna be good. We're gonna cast bi-weekly with Kaldor doing the other weeks, which is kind of a full circle to me, which is cool. On Sunday, I guess, we have the W3IL game for third between Oceanus and Sweden. And I heard that the Swedes are on a LAN together, so it's gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. I heard that all the Swedes will play the Rising Star Cup as well, so Thorzane versus Happy Hype, maybe. Amazing that they extended the cup. It's so nice to see many signups by player of every level. That is so true. Starshaped saying something true that has to be highlighted here. No, I think I say this every cast, but having 4 cups in a row with more than 100 signups is, to me, absolutely insane. I expected 1 cup above 100 for the initial hype, but it's really, really good. But we keep it up. Let's not get lazy. Especially with the point system that should force players to sign up more often. Are you planning to stream some Classic after Reforged is released? No. Alright. Game 3 then. How do you decide which way you comb your hair every day? I don't really know. I don't really think about it too much because I'm barely awake when I do that, so it's just intuition. So let's decide the second semifinal. Or you ask me more questions. I'm fine with both. Or you tell us more about your decade of Warcraft. He just mirrors the cam every other day. I do actually use a mirror, new hero. I do have a mirror. Neo in front of the mirror while combing. The sleeper awakes. That is kind of true as well. So, Blade Master for once. That's gonna be cool. No Farseer. The magic of this matchup. Different heroes from orcs every other day. On LR, lots of control. With Windwalk, you can steal a lot. You can pimp your Blade Master a lot. I see that. Thank you, B-Motion, for your Prime sub. FoCuS was always now star-shaped says it, and I look like a copycat. FoCuS was always a big fan of like 1 to 2 Wyvern, send it here into the tree line and try to attack the economy. I can see that. And HawK is going for what's common nowadays, pulling out the Rock Golem, going for the Shadow Priest, but that Shadow Priest is already a waste. And the Blade Master is rushing over. With Windwalk, no speed scroll I think, but he should be in time for this Rock Golem. We've seen 3 stealing the High Priest, okay. We've seen 2 Rock Golems stolen today. That could have been the 3rd one. Rune Braces, meh. I mean, against Chain Lightning, that would have been awesome, but not against the Blade Master. Yeah, FoCuS, steal it. Still in Windwalk. This one goes to the Korean side. And if he steals the Shadow Black, HawK at the moment is like, oh, damn. What am I doing with the Shadow Priest now? I mean, good control by FoCuS to block and just get out. He has 2 more Windwalks. Good early game for the Korean and Watch Awards, or Sentry Wards, to place on the high. That was very obvious.
A player's forces are under attack.
Huh. And another steal. That's some good Blade Master control. Again, HawK stuck at the early tier 2. You can get the Water Elemental and the Trapper. Has to decide for one. It's just the Trapper. Boom, level 2. And Windwalk, and he's getting out. Ease! Is he willing to go for this Ogre Warrior? There's no way. HawK is attacking, but half attack behind FoCuS. Thank you, the Griever, for the Prime sub. Kato with the Knopf reference in chat. Oh, I like that. Yeah, good early game. I like that as well. So, FoCuS, what do? Radar Walker? It's a Shadow Hunter? Or is it really Wyvern? Archmage has boots, that's alright, but End Snare and the Grunts arrive. Great timing by FoCuS once again. Reveal! So the Blade Master just can't do whatever he wants, being well controlled by the Footman, but reposition. Grunts do the same with an Archmage, who's of course way squishier. Oh, an End Snare again. This is so unlucky for HawK. Ouchie! And it is a Beastery coming. So far I see... Wait, oh no, Totem and Beastery. So he prefers Walkers, and that kind of makes Wyvern a lot less likely. He wants this High Priest so bad. That was the last Windwalk. Archmage should be safe with the boots.
Player's forces are under attack.
The Shadowhunter comes for the rescue. Oh my, Hex and Ensnare. Should absolutely result in kills. FoCuS getting this. No, what's it? The Trapper. Nice lasted. And this long battle for the High Priest in the end goes to FoCuS, who again gets Sentry Ward. So much vision. Mountain King, double Sanctum. Pretty standard on both sides. It's not a single Wyvern, as FoCuS oftentimes did. But he's not level 3 with the blade. That's his downside now. He can't roam as much as he wants to solo creep the Shadow Hunter. A lot of experience already stolen or crept on HawK's side. So level 3 Archmage is also not that easy. And that's Last Refuge in a nutshell. Every camp matters. We got rid of that ward. What did it expire? Not too sure. Oh, FoCuS. Stealing this item. So sneaky. Uncontested. He still needs some time, and that's a great way of dealing with his missing level 3. He gets solo experience on the blade, he gets one of the best items, he gets level 3, and he can solo creep the Shadow Hunter to level 2. That was the best move possible, and he denies this consumable from HawK. All with one decision how to creep. It was really good. But we do have a level 3 Archmage, Mountain King now with boots, Blade Master with Invul and Heal Scroll. Expecting an expansion? Not really. He sees more movement. First sorcerers are coming. And with that, FoCuS knows, okay, there's something going on. I have to react to something here. Militia support. Stormbolt can of course easily get this, and FoCuS decides not to attack with Militia here. We have a Lumber Mill, but he can't really pulse push, right? That's how you do it. Shadow Hunter is not level 3. If it's a creep jack here, it could be so brutal for the SH, but both play this game a lot more passive than before, especially more passive than Northern Isles. Kodo, the spell upgrade, level 3s. HawK's gotta be careful. There's a lot of vision for FoCuS on this map. He can contest this rather easy, and of course, that was very obvious. Does HawK think about this? Invul Potion, but experience goes to HawK, and so does the Helm of Valor. Decent ensnare to control this Mountain King, but it's okay mana. Priest falls, Dispel on the slow, but doesn't hit everything. And so the Raider will fall in a bit, but that was the last bit of mana for the Mountain King, who has no potion at all. Archmage 3.5 as well. But this choke is always good for human, as you have the casters in the back, your blockers in the front. It's a lot of heal wave though. And FoCuS continues the slaughter of the throwaway units, Militia and Footmen. But in the end, oh, nice heal wave. The important units stay alive. HawK lost quite a bit. How is his gold? 250? FoCuS wins this fight and expands right away. Close to 4 Blade Master, who's not pimped at all. Shadow Hunter used his last clarity. Mana is the biggest issue for HawK. Has a potion now, has a clarity running for himself, but no level 3. Thank you, Red 12, for the 8-month resub. He steals both of the consumables in HawK's front yard. So crazy. Okay, second last heal wave. How long can FoCuS stay in this fight? Level 4 for the Blade, taking care of the Militia once again, but losing Raiders for it, and the casters untouched, completely untouched, but the Mountain King burned through all his mana once again. He has a potion that's 2 Storm Bolts if he wants to invest it. That could be 2 kills. Oh, Hex comes in, needs to use the potion, needs some more time. Blade Master was not in with this FoCuS, and so the Mountain King is healthy again. Was the Invis just stolen? Is there Invis any? Yeah. It was a pretty crazy and fast move. Clap comes in. That was the last bit of mana. So who will prevail? Should be HawK so far, I guess. Everything is slowed. But FoCuS still getting kills. Half of the army is kind of distracted, mispositioning on the casters. Invul Potion. Oh boy. And that clap. That clap hit hard. Healing doesn't do too much. anymore. HawK just has more sustain. Even gets the Kodo and gets the breaker back. Can't get the hero kills. Needs to get something in front to kill this Kodo. What's going on in the back line? Just the Blade Master hack and slaying away. Mountain King gets more mana. That's the most important thing here. The hard carry MK. Kodo survives, by the way, with 2. Oh, does it? Does it? Does it? No! And the breaker is back. He will get the breaker with an end snare, but the full supply, 1000 HP. That hurts, and HawK... Yeah, his army is small. And the expo is up, so... FoCuS again winning this fight, with heavy losses, of course. But that was a fight almost without mana. And in the end, HawK lost a lot of casters. Like, four breakers still remaining, but what do the breakers really do? Sorks are missing. Blade Master took good care of them. More Sorks are coming. Only 37 supply. Easy red spot for FoCuS now. 4.5 and 4. And double income. HawK needs kind of a miracle after this fight. Gloves of Haste doesn't help. Full mana and a potion. Is it time for a hero kill? Attempt at least. Oh, reinforcements running into FoCuS. This is not good. It's just experience. Nothing. Upgrade 0-0. FoCuS wants to end this. Wants to be in the grand final. HawK repositioned the rally point, so he has casters here. Shop is gone. No more breakers. Which you kind of... You don't need too many of them. HawK is a little cheap. Is not willing to use the town portal. Catching more reinforcements, but needs to be quick. His base is under attack. Losing shop, losing altar, losing farms. He's barely getting back to 50. Now town portal's in. And FoCuS is engaged with the speed scroll. And HawK is not even trying to reach. Now with HawK following FoCuS, this is so much more time. And HawK can't break upkeep. There's no TP though, but double heal scroll and a health stone we can transfer. Open battleground. Never good against Orc. Clef was okay. He has to take out a lot of raiders immediately, but yeah, okay. HawK is trying to burn some mana off this SH. That was a neat idea. To just dive through it. Repositions the caster. The raider is close. Blade Master is free to do whatever he wants. Shadowhunter is out of this fight for a long time though, and the clap hurts. So, oh, the heal wave a little too late. Was a bit wasted. One heal scroll is gone already. Man, this clap is insane. Level 4, still 60 supply for FoCuS. He's reproducing immediately. Not the last bit of mana, as he follows it up with a clap immediately. More walkers falling. Is HawK getting back into this thanks to the sheer insanity of clap? Or is it over now because the mana is low? Level 5 Archmage close. For having a 10 supply lead, this was a pretty good fight for HawK. But his entire block line is gone, and that means that the raiders can go for the casters, the Blade Master as well, and this will be the end here. Oh, will it? We have the double disable. Oh, just single disable as we have no mana. And again, distracting HawK from this expansion throughout the past 5 minutes or so. And now retreating, healing up, regening up. And HawK needs one of these all-ins again, but this time he can't really afford potions. Or time. He doesn't even have a shop, so he can't go for potions. He didn't rebuild the shop. 200 and 300 gold. You see the value of the Brilliance Aura once more. Will be level 5. Level 5 Blade as well. Super close to 5 SH. Mountain King is not, though.
Players' forces are
If something can save HawK, it's a level 5 MK. But the map is pretty much empty. That's it. Double heal squad again. FoCuS knows the value of healing. And let's take a look at the gold. Sure, more than 1,000 already. HawK can't even get his army back to 50. Okay, maybe in a better position. I like this 2-breaker and Mountain King. Chasing the Shadow Hunter to burn some mana and force some mana early. But this game got out of control. It kind of started with the first creep spot. From that moment on, FoCuS was in a not dominating position, but in a very comfortable position. When he went for the Shadow Priest, and that Shadow Priest got killed right away, and it wasn't a Farseer, so the Shadow Priest was useless, and that is HawK versus Blade in the game for third, a Western human mirror for $100. And the two Asians, China versus Korea, in the grand final with FoCuS going against the Night Elf next. That was the outcome that I expected. But yeah, HawK being tricked so easy by a Blade Master first by FoCuS, which is not the norm anymore in this matchup. Struggling with the level 3 as one always does on Last Refuge, but FoCuS with great steals as well. Like, that was really the game deciding moment. HawK going for the Shadow Priest, delaying his tech with that a lot, and then the follow-up harassed by FoCuS. The fights were, I guess, always good by HawK, but not overwhelmingly good. And then FoCuS with a good timing on this expansion was never threatened. Like, I really love the Merchant Null creep by FoCuS to make sure he gets level 3 too. A lot of good decision making by FoCuS, as pretty much always. And deserved grand final whenever there's an online cup-esque tournament. You can expect FoCuS to do good, and that's why he's up against Colorful in the last final of the year. But we continue with the game for third, a good old human mirror of HawK versus Blade coming up. Stay tuned. See you in a bit.